And the fiesta continues out at the Big A. It was Hispanic Heritage Fiesta on the, obviously, the parking lot earlier today. And why not continue the barbecue? Beautiful night. It's game number 2 of the 3-game set between the Angels and the Chicago White Sox. What do you expect? A couple of Joeys sitting here in the sweet seats. We're having some fun. Wanted to give you a little different perspective, at least from where we're sitting. And tonight we got a battle of a couple left-handers. 2 native Texans. Scott Kazmir going for the Angels. John Danks going for the Chicago White Sox. Really, when you talk about Scott Kazmir, you're talking about trying to build some momentum going into the offseason so that he has something positive to build on going into spring training.
Yeah, Victor, I really liked the way he threw the baseball the other day. He was real dominant as far as working that fastball on the outer half of the plate, cutting the fastball inside, using his changeup. He even threw some pretty good sliders. And if you could continue that throwing strikes and being aggressive, have your fielders know you're going to be around the strike zone all game and throw strikes down in the zone and make the plays behind him, he has a chance to be a dominant pitcher once again once he gets that confidence going.
All right, Scott's coming off a start in which he threw the ball exceptionally well against the Tampa Bay Rays. What can he do out building off of that start and carrying it over against a very good Chicago White Sox?
I think when you think about it, this going out there with the confidence that you can get people out. And a lot of times when you struggle, you worry about throwing a pitch in the strike zone. When he throws the ball in the strike zone, has some sink on it, he gets some ugly swings against him. I think he goes out there and challenges him, finish off with a secondary pitch. I think he needs to use his changeup and slider earlier in the ball game. I think that'll be more effective for him. But that fastball has been outstanding with some bad swings against it.
Well, Scott Kazmir grew up in Houston, down the road in Austin, Texas. It was the left-hander John Danks, a very good athletic family. The Danks family, Jordan, his brothers in the White Sox organization. John's going for the White Sox tonight, and he's a guy that really lives off that cutter as well as that changeup.
Well, he has a fastball in 90 to 94 range. He cuts the fastball extremely well. He threw an outstanding game his last time out against the Angels in Chicago, throwing that fastball above average. He has a plus changeup to go with it. 2-3 in his career against the Angels, but a very good ERA at 2.61. So he's a guy that throws a lot of strikes, very, very difficult to steal a base against. So more likely you'd be able to advance, you're going to have to go hit and run against him. But you got a bunch of hits together. Make him throw that fastball, avoid that cutter in. If you do, get the bat head out quicker and do some damage.
That's it for us here in the Sweet Seats. We're going to be here all night long. We even brought the leather just in case. Gooby is charged with the task of keeping us safe. Sit back and relax. We've got lineups at first pitch here from the Big A when we return. Right. now, go to Jack in the Box and try Jack's new pastrami grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by your Southern California Lexus dealers, who invite you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. Beautiful shot here of the Big A. It is a gorgeous night for baseball, without question. Good crowd expected this evening. Had a great crowd last night for the last Big Bang Friday. And tonight it's date night here at the Big A. That's why we're sitting down here in the suite seats hanging out. Take a look at the lineup that Ozzie Guillen is running out there this evening. Juan Pierre leading things off at left. Alexi Ramirez, he is at shortstop. Alex Rios in center field. Paul Konerko at first base. Manny Ramirez DH'd. Carlos Quentin is in right. Ramon Castro doing the catching. Brent Morel, the third baseman, and Brent Lillenbridge. It's the home of the Brents down in the 8 and the 9 spot in the order for the White Sox. Facing Scott Kazmir, the left-hander.
Yeah, Scott coming off a solid game last time out. They went 5 innings, got the win, only allowed 1 earned run. 3-4 in his career against the White Sox. Pretty high ERA, over 5. And a guy, when he throws that fastball for strikes consistently, very difficult to hit.
Kazmir misses down low for ball 1. Pierre last night ended up going 0 for 3. Did draw a walk in the 9th inning. That was a critical walk against Fernando Rodney, as he eventually came around to score the winning run. White Sox taking game 1 by the final of 2-1. But for the most part, Pierre was left off the bases until that 9th inning. And Kazmir gets things started here with a 3-ball, no-strike count. Scott coming off that start against the Tampa Bay Rays, in which he allowed 1 run. 6 hits in 5 innings. There's a strike, 3-1. A little different perspective for us down the third base line.
Real close to third base umpire Mike Riley. I don't think I'm going to mention how or ask him how Notre Dame did today.
Oh, he's a big Notre Dame fan.
Yes,
right?
Huge Fighting Irish fan.
Should we mess with him?
No.
You think he's chapped?
Yes, no question about it.
He's got a smile on his face. I think he seems somewhat happy. Pierre bouncing this one right back to Kazmir. There's out number 1. Not the way you want to do it conventionally anyways, falling behind 3-0, but he gets the out. The leadoff man is retired. Defensively for the Angels, brought to you by Jeep, Rivera, Borges, and Hunter from left to right. Franzen, Wood, Kendrick, and Napoli around the bases, and Bobby Wilson doing the catching.
Mike Napoli back at first base. Done a very solid job defensively. Considering he's been a catcher throughout his whole career, getting an opportunity to play some first base with Kendrick Morales being out. Been solid as far as the picks on the low throws, and of course keeping the ball in front of him when he gets a ground ball.
Notice how I'm sitting back behind you so that you deflect anything that comes our way. Alexi Ramirez, there you are.
I got you covered.
Yeah.
I got a glove with me and everything, man. I'm all ready.
It's a good look.
Yep. I was a pitcher, though, so I'm always used to just getting out of the way, just throwing the glove up there just to deflect it and get out of the way, let my middle infielders make the plays.
The alleged best athlete on the field, according to you.
Well, the smartest ones, because we get out of the way of the baseball.
That's comforting. Yes. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Got you covered.
It's good to know. 2 balls and a strike here on Ramirez, a guy who likes to pull the ball. Ramirez had a good year for the White Sox. That's down and in. 3 balls and a strike. This is a White Sox team, too, that we saw last night. Even though Pinheiro, this guy throws a little bit more strikes than Kazmir would on an everyday basis, they're very aggressive early on in the counts. This one out toward left field. Rivera is there. 2 outs. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the first inning. Kazmir to face Alex Rios, the center fielder. Rios had an interesting night last night. Ended up going 1 for 4. Drove in the game-winning hit in the 9th inning, but stumbled going across the bag in the first inning. Dropped a fairly routine fly ball to center field. Got charged with an error. And then basically lollygagged. Base hit that Howie Kendrick had to left center field. Ended up being a double for Howie. 0-1 is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Didn't have a lot of fun running down that first base line either. This is his toe. The dirt goes face first down into the first base area.
Loops this one in the air to shallow right field. Torrey comes in. Scott Kazmir has himself a 1-2-3 inning. That's how we start tonight. We have the bottom of the first with no score here at the Big A. The lineup that Mike Scioscia is running out there this evening and trying to support Scott. Peter Bourjos back in that leadoff spot at center field. Howie Kendrick at second base. Bobby Abreu at DH. Torrey Hunter is the right fielder. Mike Napoli at first. Juan Rivera is in left field. Kevin Franzen over at third base. Bobby Wilson doing the catching and batting eighth. And Brandon Wood, but moves back to shortstop, and he will bat ninth, facing John Danks, the left-hander. Pretty good numbers on the year, but he's a guy that if the changeup isn't working, he could get in trouble.
Yeah, he relies on that fastball. The 94 cuts the fastball very well inside the right-handed batters, but his bread and butter is that changeup. Sells it very well. Think it's a fastball, but swing over top of it.
Bourjos takes down low. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Danks is a guy that you could basically call Mark Buehrle plus 4 to 5 miles an hour. Very similar styles. The fastball will run into the low 90s, unlike Buehrle. Works very quickly, doesn't get off the mound.
Both very good as far as negating the running game going against him also. So that 5 stolen bases while he's been on the hill, but 6 base stealers have been caught trying to advance 4 pickoffs.
3-1 inside. Leadoff man is on board via the walk. Defensively for the White Sox tonight, behind John Danks, we got Pierre in left, Rios in center. Carlos Quentin gets the start out in right field. In the infield, Morel and Ramirez on the left side, Middlebridge and Konerko on the right, with Ramon Castro doing the catching.
Juan Pierre out in left field should get some action, but all the right-handed batters going against Danks. There's that cutter. If it doesn't get that ball down and in, a good chance it'll be a fly ball out to left field.
Howie takes a strike. Danks is coming off one of his worst starts of the year. Even though he got a no decision against the Tigers, went 6 innings, gave up 7 runs, all earned in 6 1/3. Howie fouls this one off to the right.
We get a great view from here, seeing Danks as far as how he tries to deceive the base runner over first base. If you can lift the leg up to keep him closer, or slide step. The last one he did is throw a slide step. He just moved the leg forward. Very good, as I said, quick to the plate.
This one shot over the head of Konerko down the right field line. Bourjos racing around the third base. He is being waved home. He is going to score easily. And the Angels have a 1-0 lead here in the first.
One thing these seats show right away, how quick Peter Bourjos is and how he cuts around that base at second base to be able to shorten the angle to touch third base and able to score. On a well-hit ball down the right field line. Inside out approach by Howie Kendrick. Fastball up. Great job as far as bringing his hands up and driving that ball to right field. Just over the head of Paul Konerko. It's that double. Quick gets it in quick, but Borges is too fast.
Howie picking up his 39th double of the year. His 71st RBI. So a leadoff walk followed by the double brings up Bobby Abreu. Nobody out here in the first inning. Halos last night 2 for 12 with men in scoring position on the homestand. 7 for 38, a 184 average. Jets at 2 of 3 from Texas. They dropped the opener of the series last night.
Well, Howie, 39 doubles now, 4 triples, 10 home runs, 71 RBI. What a season offensively Howie's had.
Bobby takes upstairs. The count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby went 1 for 3 last night with a walk, couple of strikeouts, picked up a stolen base. Takes that pitch down and away. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Bill Miller calling the balls and strikes tonight. Chad Fairchild at first, Eric Cooper at second, and Mike Riley, who's a big fan of the Fighting Irish, at third base.
Bill Miller win a batting title?
Different Miller. Lillibridge has this one, but Bobby is retired for the first out, advancing Kendrick over to third base.
Good job, productive out. It's a tough left-handed pitcher. Bobby doing his job, hitting the ball to the right side and advancing Howie to third base now with 1 out in scoring position. Get an opportunity for Torrey Hunter to get another RBI.
Torrey 1 for 4 last night with an RBI, hitting .282 on the year, 21 home runs, 84 runs batted in. That pitch is inside. Infield in for the White Sox here in the early going, down 1-0 in the first. That's downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Danks has thrown 14 pitches, 7 balls, 7 strikes. Take a look at the infield alignment for Ozzie. This one lined into center field, a base hit. Kendrick scores 2-0 Angels as Torrey stops at first base after picking up his 85th run batted in.
They're doing a nice job against John Danks as far as not trying to too much with their swings. Shorten up, put it in play. You got the infield in. Cuts fastball. This time was up and out over the plate enough to be able to fight it off in the right field, right center field for an RBI base hit.
Here's Napoli. Ready to start over at first base. He'll promptly take a fastball in for a strike. Doesn't seem to like the call. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Mike hitting .246 with 26 home runs, 67 runs batted in. Pinch hit last night, went 0 for 1. Evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Two runs in on 2 hits. It all started with the leadoff walk to Peter Borges. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, this is the time, a lot of time, Danks will throw a changeup. Behind in the count, hitters count.
Mike breaks his bat, hits a fly ball to left center field. Rios and Pierre. It's Rios making the catch as Hunter heads back to first base. The bat is stuck in the ground on the infield grass at third base. It's just pulled out there. We had that conversation, that play just a couple of days ago down at Florida. The Cubs and the Marlins, and that Tyler Colvin got stuck with the barrel of the bat
Well, Howard's Exmo show how that cut fastball got in on the hands and shattered the bat of Mike Napoli. It was a good fastball count. He threw the cutter. Elected to throw with that pitch instead of his changeup. And to be in a good spot to be able to get in on the hands of Mike Napoli.
You want some ice cream?
No, not yet.
You good right now?
Yeah.
All right. Making sure. So 2 out, Story at first. Rivera at the plate. Juan gets hit. Just grazed him. A hit by pitch. Puts Hunter into scoring position. And Juan, who came on last night as a pinch hitter, popped up an RBI situation.
Look at this. Got the jersey. Must have saw the pregame show. No, we highlighted Juan Rivera that he was going to have a good game. So Dank said, I'm just going to throw inside and hit him.
Franza, the 7th man to bat in the inning. He's seen his batting average dip down to 258. No home runs, 14 runs batted in. Looking for a knock here to snap his 0 for 21. Pulls this one foul. See, I was ready. You were ready? You were looking down.
No, I was looking at my paper. I knew that was no problem. Got that one covered.
The ground ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the wall right here to protect us on that one.
Our stats man, Norm Peters, though, all by himself at the camera well. He's fair game.
He's the lonely man there on the corner.
He is lonely man. Franza takes down at it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kevin reaches for this one, hits a fly ball to right. Quinton is under it, makes a catch. That will end the inning, but not before the Halos get 2 runs on a couple of hits and leave 2 on. 1 complete. Angels on top 2-0.
Advance and by Chase. Now you can deposit checks from anywhere, anytime with Quick Deposit. Chase, what matters?
Halos on top 2-0. We start the top of the 2nd inning. And Paul Konerko ripping the first one. I just looked down. No chance, man.
I had my glove ready this time around.
Hey, man, I'm back here, all right?
Yeah.
I just happened to look down for 1 second. I saw the swing, man. That's good. Looking forward to not doing this next year. 0-1. Strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2.
I asked Bobby Wilson on his way down to the bullpen. I said, make sure everything's away.
Yeah, well.
He didn't listen.
No. There's a game plan, and then there's what you want. Konerko trying to sell it as if that ball hit him. Apparently it did. On an 0-2 pitch, Kazmir gets Konerko. Yep, right on the right toe.
Slider down and in. A real good view here where exactly got him. Back foot, where you generally want to throw that pitch. Where your head 0-2, down and in. Konerko's not required to try to get out of the way of that one either.
But there are plays similar to that in which you wonder whether or not the guy is a graduate of the Derek Jeter School of Acting. Konerko
he did pretty good on that one.
Was not a graduate. He kind of quit halfway through.
Jeter's been getting a lot of heat for that one. I don't understand why.
It's New York.
Bottom line is his job is to get on base.
Two balls and no strikes. Manny was 0 for 3 last night. Double play ball. Ground out and a fly ball to right. Hitting .241 as a member of the White Sox with a home run and 1 RBI. This one out to center. Gorgeous back a couple. There's the first down. Konerko heads back to first base. Hey, fans, come out to the Big A tomorrow afternoon. The Angels taking on the White Sox during Fan Appreciation Day. All fans in attendance will automatically be entered to win great prizes from PoolTableExperts.com, barbecues galore, Disney family movies. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? JetBlue, Honda Center, Pelican Hill, and much, much more. Purchase your tickets right now at AngelsBaseball.com. Those reads will be slightly faster tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to look down too long.
No. Carlos Quentin fouling off the first pitch with no balls and a strike. Carlos getting to start in right field, hitting .238 with 25 home runs, 84 runs batted in. Did not see action in the game last night. And Kazmir ahead of the count, no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that fastball from this angle looks like it's really fast coming in. You don't have much time to be able to react if you're a hitter.
Oh, it's fouled back. Quentin was limited to just 99 games last year due to injuries. Had 21 home runs last year, 56 RBI. So offensively, a little better numbers this year. Over his last 10 games, however, 6 for 35. This one popped up. Shallow right center field. Torrey and Borges coming on. Borges falls off the veteran Torrey Hunter. There are 2 outs. Well, much better approach by Scott. We've seen this and have talked about it a number of times throughout this year. The fact that there's been that one little problem early on, the lull or whatever the case may be, to kind of get him going or jump started. And unlike the first inning, a much crisper second inning as far as getting ahead. Got ahead of Konerko.
I think the idea with Kazmir is just to be aggressive. Trust your stuff. You hear that terminology quite a bit when it comes to pitchers. Trust your stuff. Don't go try to just necessarily hit corners. Trust them. If you throw in the middle part of the plate, you're going to have movement either east or west. You get a ground ball out or a fly ball out. Oh, if you get ahead of the count, you have a good chance to be successful.
Castro swings through that one. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Ramon getting to start behind the plate for A.J. Pierzynski tonight. And he's had a solid year. .283, 7 home runs, 20 runs batted in. He takes down and in. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It begs the question, is Castro the guy that becomes an everyday type of player next year, with A.J. Pierzynski perhaps heading into free agency if that's what he chooses to do? Some have said that Ramon's not quite there on an everyday basis. The pitch outside is 2 balls, 2 strikes. But when he has been in there, He's been solid. This is the guy that caught the perfect game for Mark Buehrle last year.
You know, there's some guys that are perfect, especially catchers, backup catchers, when they get 2 or 3 days a week in which they play, could be consistent. They keep their legs strong, call the game well. But when you get out there 5 or 6 times during a week, that's when you have a tendency to get exposed as not an everyday guy.
Just got a piece of that one, rolls it foul. AJ's making over $6 million this year. So unless he decides to take a considerable pay cut, the odds are he won't be back in Chicago.
He has said he wants to stay there in Chicago, but the reality is you're right. They can't afford to keep everybody around. I mean, Kenny Williams, we saw him last night. He's a guy that will make decisions, that will make moves.
This one out to the alley in right center field. Torrey racing over, makes the backhanded catch, robbing Castro of extra bases, and they will end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. John, we head to the bottom of the second with the Halos up 2-0. Howie Kendrick putting the Angels up 1-0 with an RBI double. Torrey Hunter making it 2-0 with an RBI single. Bobby Wilson, Brandon Wood, then back to the top of the order, and Peter Borges. Bobby takes down and in.
It was a nice shutdown inning for Scott Kazmir after the club. It's 2 runs in the bottom of the first, but it's also important now for the offenses to continue to put up some crooked numbers against John Danks and the White Sox.
One ball, 2 strikes. We've met some friends down here in the sweet seats.
They say they got all the foul balls for us, right?
He's telling me to get out of his way.
We'll gladly do that.
Bob, Victor, nice to meet you. See, you didn't expect this tonight, did you? Sorry that you're stuck sitting next to me. Base hit by Bobby Wilson, and the leadoff man is on board. Bringing up Brandon Wood. Bob, say hi to everybody. This way, there you go.
What about Bob?
Who are your friends, Bob? Hey, John. Victor, nice to meet you. That's Gooby. Yeah. He goes by Joey on occasion. Yeah. Brandon takes ball 1 down and away. Brandon hitting 158 with 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. No post game tonight, just game. Yeah, we seldom work hard, man. We just the game and we're out.
Game and
that's it.
We're gone.
Oh, everybody treats us good. Brandon gets a sacrifice down. Danks throws on to Littlebridge, and Wilson advances to second. So Borges coming up with one out. We'll take a look at our Chase player profile and talking about Borges. Well, he's 23 years of age. You know, he was born in Illinois. 10th round pick by the Halos in 2005 out of Arizona. Scottsdale, Arizona. 12 triples, 36 steals last 3 years in the minor leagues. The Angels minor league defensive player of the year. He was the AAA rookie of the year.
I think he was a Cub or White Sox fan growing up.
Yeah.
Being born in Illinois.
PCL rookie of the year. He's got an RBI opportunity with Wilson at second base. Pulls this one over to short. Wilson has to stay at second. Ramirez will throw on to first. Peters retired for round number 2.
When you wonder with an open base here for John Danks, will you be aggressive going after Howie, who had that RBI double in the first inning with left-hand hitter and Bobby Abreu on deck?
You want a pizza? California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh, really? Barbecue, chicken?
I didn't ask. It happened so fast.
Yeah, thanks, man. So you want me to protect you from the foul balls, but you didn't get me a pizza?
I got the glove now.
I got the fence in front of me. I'm ducking behind the fence.
And you've got Connie in front of you.
That's perfect.
1-0 upstairs. Nice job by Castro snagging that one instead of it going back to the backstop. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Now he's picking up his 39th double of the year, his 71st RBI. That coming in the first inning. That's on the corner, 2-1. Howie doesn't like that call by Bill Miller. Backs out. It has some words for him. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Doing that cut fastball. Looks like he got the plate. Question to strike.
2-2 rolled over to third. Morel's got it across the diamond. Kendrick is retired. So leadoff base hit by Bobby Wilson is stranded in scoring position. We played 2 here at the Big A. Halos still up 2-0. Brent Morel, the third baseman, to lead things off for Chicago. And Kazmir misses outside for ball 1. White Sox setting up 8-9-1. Morel, Lillibridge, and then Juan Pierre at the top of the order. This one down a right field line, tailing away from Torrey, and it's going to fall in. And that is a fair ball base hit for Morel. So the leadoff man is on board for Chicago for the second consecutive inning. Konerko got on board via the hit by pitch in the second.
What a great angle to be able to see that swing by Morel. Was pulled off that pitch, but was still able to have enough plate coverage to hit that ball to right field for a base hit.
Saw Lillibridge come into the game last night as a defensive replacement, hitting .253 with a couple of home runs and 14 runs batted in. One ball, no strikes. Gordon Beckham out for the rest of the year after getting hit by a pitch. Doing some damage to his right hand just below the pinky. Lillibridge getting an opportunity to play some second. Morel getting a chance to play some third base. This one's foul back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Another foul back, this one to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Franzen now will drop back at third base. Right, hit by Morel, the first by the White Sox tonight. The Angels have picked up 3. Trying to get him to chase that off-speed pitch. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's thrown a number of sliders early in the game. We talked about him, the necessity to use those secondary pitches early on, and said have to look for those later in the game as far as the arm slot to be consistent with his changeup and slider. Early on, it's been pretty solid for him.
And a full count. See if Morel goes. He does go, and Lillibridge fouls it back. Kind of a delayed steal attempt just because unsure of Kazmier's move.
Yeah, if you get a strikeout, you had a great chance to get a strikeout out, throw him out on that one. So you want to make sure he goes home first. Kazmier with a pretty good move to first base. Morel had a better read that time on Scott Kazmier as far as going on a 3-2 pitch. This White Sox club will steal some bags. 147 stolen bases as a team this year. Not your typical White Sox team we've seen in the past where they relied strictly on the home run ball.
Lillibridge lays off the off speed. It's a walk. So 2 on, nobody out here in the third inning. A Juan Pierre coming up. It's the first walk issued by Kazmier.
I think in this spot right now, because Pierre is very good as far as bunting for a base hit or even a sacrifice scenario, the Angels have to keep an eye on Pierre right now.
White Sox last night 1 for 4 with men in scoring position. Got the big one when they needed it. Pierre Bunny bunts it high behind the plate. It's off the ground. Folks think it's a popped up bunt, but went off the plate. So Morel heads back to second. Lillibridge back to first. No balls and a strike on Pierre. Hit a comebacker to Kazmier his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Attempting the bunt. It's a beauty. Kazmier picks it up, fires the first. They just do get Pierre. But the sacrifice works as Morel ends up at third base and Lillibridge at second.
Well, Pierre, because he's so fast, puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and Casimir did a nice job coming in and making the play. Initially, the communication was not there between him and Kevin Franza, but recovered to get the out. A lot of times when a bunt's like that, the third baseman comes in and makes that play. So there's no chance to be able to get the throw to third base.
One ball, no strikes. Aaron Ramirez hit a fly ball to left field in his first inning at bat. So he's 0 for 1. 43 pitches thrown by Casimir, 25 for strikes. France picks up the baseball, tosses it aside again. Apparently one of the Angel fans, or maybe even a White Sox fan, thinks that Kevin's last name is Francis. That's why Kevin didn't bother throwing it to him.
Well, he's cutting it short.
Quit calling me Francis. Ramirez lining one to left, a base hit. Lillibridge is being waved around. Rivera's throw to the plate is not in time, and we are tied at 2.
Boy, no hesitation at all from Jeff Cox, the third base coach. The White Sox challenging Juan Rivera in left field. Juan, pretty strong arm. Again, he got a tough read on this baseball as it came up, and he had to handle it up around thigh high before he makes the throw to home plate. But good speed on the bases for Chicago, ends up tying it up. And that base hit by Ramirez. Stolen base threat over there also. 13 stolen bases on the season.
Now 66 RBIs for Ramirez. Rios at the plate. And that one goes off the glove of Wilson. It's a pass ball, putting a man in scoring position again.
With a fastball in the inner half, Bobby looked like he tried to keep his glove in the strike zone to get the call. And so going off the end of the glove and ended up being a pass ball.
One ball, one strike. Base hit by Morel down the right field line. Lillibridge the walk, the sac bunt by Pierre, and the base hit by Ramirez, tying this game up. Rios hitting one well at left center field. Rivera's not going to get this one. One hopper off the wall. Ramirez will score easily. It's an RBI double for Rios, and the White Sox are on top 3-2.
Second time through the lineup. Able to get the arms extended and hit the ball well against Scott Casimir. Electing to go with that fastball once again. 29th double of the season. Good shifting of the lower part of his body, and Rios gets that arms extended, gets a good part of the bat, and drives that ball to left center field.
Kaneka was hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count back in the second inning. His leadoff man was stranded at first. He takes a fastball into the knees for a strike.
You know, the key to pitching, too, is changing speeds enough. You go fastball, hard slider, fastball, hard slider. The hitters can time you. You have to utilize that changeup more and use that sinking fastball on the outside part of the plate, but keep it down.
One ball, one strike. Long inning for Scott. At the very least, you can look at it, with the exception being the Lillibridge walk, in which he did not miss by much, and a lot of foul balls by the second baseman. Been consistent around the strike zone. Ahead of Konerko now, 1-2. Konerko getting a foul ball down the left field line and into the seats. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Konerko pulling this one over to third. Diving stop by Franzen. Gets up, pulls out Konerko for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Franzen going to his left.
A great job by Kevin as far as giving up the body to make that play. Full extension, dives, gets up and makes the throw over to get Konerko. Boy, a great extension. As far as he can reach for that baseball, gets up, gets Konerko back. Could have been another run. All about the defense. If you're around the strike zone, as Kazmir has been so far tonight, you're going to get those plays made behind you.
Here's Manny Ramirez with 2 outs. Rios at second base. A 3-2 White Sox lead here in the third. Manny gets jammed, fouls it off to the right. It's no balls and a strike. Seen a lot of that from Manny Ramirez this year. Guys getting in and really establishing the inside part of the plate.
That used to be a pitch where most pitchers were leery about going inside against Manny Ramirez. Be ultra quick on that pitch.
No delay now with Ramirez. Kazmir. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Challenge him with a fastball. I think at this point against Manny Ramirez, you're doing him a favor if you throw something off speed. Speed up his bat. Late on a couple fastballs already.
Breaking ball fouled back. That's exactly what they did. That ball just got underneath it. Fouled straight back, so the count remains at no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he had a pretty good swing at that again. When you see a guy late on a fastball or jammed on a fastball, you got to stay with that pitch.
One and 2. Kazmir getting very close to the 30 pitch mark in this inning. 27 so far in the third. Now Scott wants to talk things over with Bobby Wilson.
Overthrown those last 2 fastballs on the outer half of the plate.
You get a guy on the mound that calls out his catcher like that. What's that conversation about?
Generally, it's you're not real confident on what you want to throw. Most times as a pitcher, you're going to think, okay, I'm going to throw what I want to throw, and just wait to see if you go in the same sequence with your catcher. He wasn't quite comfortable, Scott, as far as how he's going to go after Manny Ramirez here.
Manny lining one to right center field. There's a base hit. Rios will score this one all the way to the wall. Manny at second. The White Sox lead is now 4-2. Second RBI that Ramirez has picked up as a member of the White Sox.
Well, just his second extra base in 60 at-bats as a member of the White Sox. He got a fastball, the inside-out approach for Manny. You see that quite often now from him. Will hit the ball the other way. Still has pretty good balance as far as staying through the baseball.
Mike Butcher out to pay a visit. 7 men have come to the plate. The Angels start to get action in their bullpen now, with Kazmir having thrown 59 pitches. Matt Palmer, the first guy up. Quinton hit a fly ball out to center field. That came in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Towering shot down the right field line. Howie Kendrick cutting across. Then he'll make the catch for the third out. The White Sox score 4 runs. They do it on 4 hits, leave a man on. We hit to the bottom of the third. White Sox lead it 4-2. And the Halos down 3, 4, and 5 to up here in the third. Abreu, Hunter, and Napoli trying to respond and return the favor here against John Danks. Bobby grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1.
Pretty good fastball count for Bobby Abreu here. Danks doesn't want to fall behind 3-0.
2 balls and a strike. Boy, it certainly has cooled off tonight, Eddie. Abreu fouling one back over our heads. Boy, awesome crowd tonight. You know that? Camouflage hat giveaway night. You can barely even see the hats.
Yeah, and I can't even see anybody.
That's
here.
good camo.
Yep.
2-2. Called strike 3, and Abreu goes down looking for the first out. First strikeout of the night for John Danks. To go with the leadoff walk that he gave up to Peter Borges in the first.
Boy, outside corner, paints the corner. Danks has that ability. Once he gets on a roll, he's very effective. Does not waste a lot of time in between pitches.
I know you've been a big fan of and proponent of guys that don't waste a whole lot of time on the mound. Buehrle being the standard of guys that just don't waste the time.
Yeah, the bottom line is, if you grab that baseball, throw strikes, your fielders make so many more plays behind you than the guy that's walking around the mound, throwing a lot of pitches out of the strike zone. More have to be on your toes when you got a guy that's working quickly. It's amazing how many games in which you see magnificent plays in the field when guys are throwing around the strike zone like that one.
Boy, what a play by Alexi Ramirez. He'll retire. Torrey for out number 2. That ball was scalded.
Exactly what we talked about. The fact is, when you have a guy that throws a lot of strikes, doesn't waste time, you're more apt to be ready to make a play like that. And Ramirez showing some great range. That ball was hit hard by Torrey Hunter, and he gets nothing to show for it.
So 2 outs, nobody on for Mike Napoli. Mike hit a fly ball to center field in his first AB. And that game that Danks threw against the Angels in Chicago, that complete game win, just over 2 hours. I only say that from the standpoint of disrupting or not disrupting, if you will, timing of the hitters. It's really up to guys getting in the batter's box to kind of step out and create their own timing against the pitchers. Something I'm sure you were fond of as a starter.
Well, the bottom line is, if you throw strikes, work quickly, get in and out of there. Urban Santana, as I recall, opposed John Danks that day. And same thing with Urban. He was not wasting time in between pitches. The old adage is, if you think too much on the mound, the more after you're going to make a mistake. Instead of having that game plan set up before the game with your catcher, where he puts a sign down and you're ready to throw it.
Napoli swings and misses. He'll go down. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Danks, who picks up his first 2 strikeouts of the game. 3 in the books. White Sox on top, 4-2. Handed out the Nick Adenhart Award, handed out to Jared Weaver for Pitcher of the Year for the Angels, and Torrey Hunter winning the Owner's Trophy as the Outstanding Player of the Year.
These are voted on by the players themselves.
Yeah. You know, it's legit with Mr. and Mrs. Moreno.
Big honor to those awards for Jared Weaver and Torrey Hunter. Good conversation pieces in your office, too, at your house.
Yeah, no doubt. This one lined toward center field. Borges turning his back, pulls up, and now he's gone. Ramon Castro, the catcher, leadoff home run, his 8th of the year, and it's a 5-2 White Sox lead.
This White Sox ball club offensively is a dangerous club when you make mistakes. The big problem has been their bullpen, the reason why they've fallen out of the race and let Minnesota be able to win this division.
Mike Scherzer coming out. You see the replay of that home run, the 170th of the year for the White Sox. Now will knock Kazmir out. With nobody out here in the fourth inning, Scott Lash just 3 innings plus one batter. A pitching change here at the Big A. Kazmir giving up all 5 runs. Matt Palmer is coming on. And he'll be facing Brett Morel. The White Sox up 5-2.
In the strike zone.
Wouldn't it have been a lot easier for him just to say that as opposed to go through that?
No, knowing him that well, because he used to be a coach in the minor league system in Kansas City, he's truly a gem. There's no question.
Matt Palmer gets Brett Morel to swing and miss on that first pitch. A lot of veterans on that White Sox coaching staff.
He has a World Series ring for the Florida Marlins, and that ring was like the size of like 3 fingers on him. I don't know if you can cruise around town too often with that World Series ring for the Florida Marlins.
No, by definition, bling. Morel swings and misses there, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of stuff you kind of just flash on a daily basis.
Yeah, no question.
You know why?
Because I can?
Because you can. Morel fouling that pitch back. He had a base hit his first at bat leading off the 3rd inning. Came around to score. That's when the White Sox trapped the 4th spot on Kazmir to 3rd inning. Scott ends up going 3 innings plus a batter. Those strikeouts, a walk, 5 runs all earned. 5 hits and a home run. Two balls, 2 strikes to the product of Centennial High School in Corona. Cal Poly, St. Louis Obispo as well. Lays off the off speed, full count. Just got a piece of it to keep his at bat alive. Got him swinging. Down goes Morel. There's out number 1.
Challenging with a fastball, 3-2 count. Cut fastball on the outside part of the plate. Swing and miss.
So the first shot here, the fourth inning recorded. Here comes Brent Littlebridge, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance, came around to score. Alexi Ramirez with the 2 RBI single. Alex Rios with an RBI double. Manny Ramirez with an RBI double. All the scoring for the Sox in the fourth. Ramon Castro with a leadoff home run, chasing Scott Kazmir to start this fourth inning. 5-2 White Sox here in the fourth with nobody on base. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like perhaps a tight zone tonight. The guy's been off. 2-1.
Bill Miller's a guy that identified as a consistent strike zone, but certainly not a pitcher's guy. He's going to call a lot of pitches on the outside corner or even the inside corner. He's going to call knee high to thigh high as far as that high strike for you. So you got to be around there early and get establish your strike zone, and then get hitters to swing and miss or make bad swings and pitches out of the strike zone once you get ahead. You fall behind, you're in trouble.
Oh, jab shot on the first base side. Napoli giving chase. He'll make the catch. 2 outs. So Palmer comes in, gets the first 2 batters, and now has to deal with the leadoff man, Juan Pierre. Pierre 0 for 1, hit a bouncer back to Kazmir in the first inning, had a sacrifice bunt in the third.
Matt Palmer, you can see from this level, communicated through the first pitch to Mike Napoli what he's going to do on the bunt. Same thing with Franzen at third.
Franzen in on the grass. Pierre's a guy that will just base hit you to death. Not a whole lot as far as the extra bases are concerned. 2 balls and 1 strike. 18 doubles, 2 triples. The leadoff man. You just figure the guy of that kind of speed would be able to rack up some at least doubles as he loops this one to shallow center field. Borges kind of played perfectly, makes the catch, and Palmer, after the Ramon Castro home run, gets the next 3 guys out. We hit to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 5-2 White Sox lead.
And by Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll only find in the full line of Jeep vehicles. I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
Juan Rivera leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 5-2 White Sox lead. Rivera, Franzen, and Wilson, the scheduled 3 batters against John Danks, who had a 1-2-3 third inning, which included a couple of strikeouts. Kind of a slow-moving game. Both guys early on throwing a lot of pitches. Kazmir since been removed as Juan takes a strike. Juan was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch delivered by Danks. So no official at bat for him. One ball, one strike. It's a good thing it's cooled off down there.
Considerably.
Juan lining one to left center field. There's a base hit. Rios trying to cut it off. Does so to the backhand. Flips it into the infield. Rivera's on board with a leadoff knock.
Good swing for Juan Rivera. Good thing is you always want to stay back long enough. Even if you move forward, your wrists are going through. You're able to turn it over and get that good part of the bat on the baseball, hit that ball in the left center field. I think for Juan Rivera, it's always that weight shift. If he gets too far out in front, very difficult to be able to hit anything on the outer part of the plate, especially if it's an off-speed pitch.
Is it fair to say that Juan's one of those guys that, at least this year, has been an all upper body type of swing? There's really a disconnect between the upper body and the lower body.
And you look at it's a pop up here in the infield. Looks like it's going to be an easy play for Little Birds at second. When you look at players who are consistent as far as driving the ball out of the ballpark, they use their lower part of their body very well in sync with their hands and upper part of their body. But when you move forward, you see how the hips are already starting to open up and the legs are out front. Very difficult to generate all that type of power. You have to be strong in your upper part, your shoulders and your chest, to be able to drive the ball that far on a consistent basis. But you got to stay back long enough where you have that shift, you get that balance, and then go forward, and that's when you make good contact with the baseball.
Wilson takes a fastball up and in for ball one. Bobby had a base hit in the second inning, so he's 1 for 1. Saw Hank Conger behind the plate last night. Bobby tonight. Mathis earlier in the week. Swing and a miss on the off speed. 1-1.
It's a pretty good matchup for Bobby Wilson. Danks is a guy that throws that cut fastball and fastball inside. And Bobby has shown that he's very quick on that part of the plate. He's susceptible to a changeup, and that's what they're going to go with, the changeup here down and away.
This one off the end of the bat down the right field line. That falls in for a base hit. Coming around second, heading to third is Rivera. Wilson stops at first base. A 2-hit game for Bobby Wilson. The Angels have runners at first and third with 1 out of Brandon Wood coming up.
You get to see how Bobby is comfortable against Danks. Even though that was a changeup, it was up enough where he could fight it off and hit it in the right field for a base hit. You know, the Angels back in business. You have to capitalize here. If you're Brandon Wood, you got to be patient. See if you can get a pitch on either half of himself and then drive it. Don't do a pitcher any favors by swinging at a pitch out of the strike zone.
Brandon takes up and in for ball one. Get a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. No official at bat for him. Wilson at first, Rivera over at third. Halos down by 3 here in the fourth. Good hack there. Popped up. Lillibridge out of the outfield grass, makes a grab, but there are 2 outs.
And that's exactly what Brandon did. He did a favor to John Danks by chasing that fastball up. A very difficult pitch to be able to get the good part of the bat and drive it. You see it well as a hitter. A fastball up in the strike zone, but it was in enough to be able to jam him. Unsuccessful as far as getting that run home.
So the runner still at the corners. 2 outs now. Peter Borges stepping up. Castro goes out to talk things over with Danks. Peter hit a ground ball. Pardon, the last time up. He's 0 for 1. Did draw a walk in the first, then he came around to score the first run.
Certainly not out of the realm of possibility. The board just would try to bunt for a base hit here in this scenario.
Swinging away there, and it snowballs 2 strikes. One and 2. Both teams with 5 hits. White Sox making theirs count with men on bases. Borges pops it up. Konerko and Lillibridge. It's the second baseman making the catch and making the put out on all 3 outs. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on through 4. White Sox still up 5-2. Scott Kazmir last year threw 1 batter in the 4th inning. That was the home run to Ramon Castro before he gave way to Matt Palmer, who retired the next 3 guys in the 4th inning. Alexi Ramirez, the first pitch is up and in. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Chicago. Ramirez, Rios, Konerko. Palmer falls behind and 2 balls, no strikes. That is a foul ball. Mike Riley with a good call. Immediately making the good call. See, he's not letting that whole Notre Dame situation today affect his mad skills umpiring at third base.
Well, he had a good call down the line. Well, look at that. Look at that ball down the line. It's knowing it's foul.
And the thing is, I can't see. All I see is the swing and a ball kind of coming this way.
Oh, this off that. Good call by Mike Rice.
Yeah,
he was right on top of it. looking down the line.
Yep.
Perfect view.
Yeah, no, don't move forward a little bit.
Yeah, this is the cover. Got you covered.
You're a big dude to be behind, man. I can't see anything.
I got you covered. I'm your wingman, remember?
Yeah.
Except when a line drive comes at you.
I scared Bob next to me, though. Found that one back. Still 2-ball, 2-strike count. Bob, how's the ice cream treating you? Yeah? You're not wearing it. I didn't scare you, did I? Just keeping you honest. Might have Bob do a couple of reads later on today.
Perfect.
Ramirez hitting one to left field. Juan is there. There's the first out of the fifth.
Barney Stinson, he's legendary. He's awesome. And he's your new wingman. Yeah, Victor, you're out for at least an hour. So suit up and watch How I Met Your Mother every weeknight at 7 p.m. only on My 13. See, Victor, you're long gone.
See, Bob, that's why we call him Joey on occasion. Here's Alex Rios with one out, nobody on.
Yep. See, that foul ball was right down here to segue because I'm no longer your wingman. Barney Stinson is.
Oh, shocker.
Barney's a good guy.
Rios 1 for 2. Had a double, then Arbiano run scored at the third. A little up and in. 2-1. Throw those pitches for a fact, right?
Just to keep you honest.
You want some peanuts? Cracker Jacks or licorice? You good?
Some cotton candy would be great.
You know, that'd be a good call.
Yes.
Rios takes outside. Boy, Rios had a good rip there, fouling this one up into the upper deck. It's a full count now. The White Sox center fielder. The White Sox picked up last year on waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays, taking a chance with the contract that he had. He's made a big impact this year. This one's lined toward left center field. Borges is coming on and makes the diving catch for the second out here in the fifth.
Boy, what a great first step Peter Borges gets once again. Reads that ball so well. Sliding in, making a great play in the left center field. It's all about that quick first step of Peter Borges to be able to make a play like that. If that gets by him, that's at least a triple. Aggressive and a lot of confidence in the ability to make the play.
It's amazing young guys like that with the first step and the closing speed to get to line drives hit like that. Paul Konerko takes a strike. Apparently there's some White Sox fans somewhere behind us. Keep hearing the Paul Lee chants. 0 for 1. A ground out, a hit by pitch. Lifts a lazy fly ball to right. Torres there, comes in a couple of steps. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Palmer. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at the Big A. The White Sox still up 5-2. candy.
Oh.
Rub some of that confection right there up against the gums.
Dad would really love that too, when they're teething and have that extra saliva with that cotton candy just to be able to drip all over his shirt. That'd be great.
I've seen your head spinning around like an offensive lineman looking for the cotton candy tonight.
I can't wait. I'm hoping it makes its way down here at some point.
She's got a piece of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Howie tonight 1 for 2. RBI double, run scored to the first, grounded out to third base last time up. Takes upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danks with a couple of strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the 4th inning. Howie lining one right to second base. And there's out number 1. Hey, if you're looking for a great value, look no further than the Angels Friends and Family Fun Pack presented by JetBlue. Enjoy 4 game tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $44. The next Friends and Family Fun Pack game takes place tomorrow afternoon. That's a 12:35 start against the White Sox. You can purchase your Family Fun Pack today at angelsbaseball.com. So 1 out, nobody out for Bobby Abreu. 0 for 2 with a ground ball and a strikeout.
Is Lillibridge going to let anybody else make a play?
No.
That's 4 in a row.
He is legitimately ball hogging everything. Bobby checked his swing and fouls one at the plate. It's no balls in his strike. Lillibridge catching all 3 pop-ups in the 4th inning, getting the line drive out here to start this 5th. One ball, 1 strike. Rich Thompson's up and loosening. So tonight it seems as if the relief corps is made up of the Hispanic Heritage Fiesta Corps. Palmer, Rich Thompson, Reggie Willis, Francisco Rodriguez, Bobby Cazaval, Michael Shaka Khan. All those guys were out there today.
Man, you got the host out today, didn't you?
Me and Hosey.
How was it?
Great. It was hot. Good turnout. Bobby takes a called strike 3. Second consecutive at bat at which he's gone down looking, and he's going to give Miller a piece of his mind.
Again, a fastball on the outer half. Castro does a nice job of framing that pitch. Not a lot of movement. A pretty good pitch in the outside corner once again. Bobby
not caving in. So 2 outs for Torrey. Shows bunt, drops a bunt up the third base line. Danks with the bare hand pitch. No throw. Konerko digs it out. And the Angels go down in order here. 1, 2, 3. We are 5 complete here. The Big A. And the Sox still leading it. Angels baseball. White Sox on top 5-2. New pitcher on for the Halos. As Rich Thompson takes over for Matt Palmer. Matt Palmer did a nice job. 2 innings, 1 strikeout, everything else zeros. Came in after Ramon Castro took Kazmir deep for a home run leading off the 4th inning, and nothing coming across for Palmer. Now it's up to Rich Thompson to kind of keep things in check.
Rich Thompson got his first major league win just the other day. Great ERA, fastball, can rush it up there, 93 to 95. Good curveball, slider, and a changeup. Solid effort, though, by Matt Palmer. Very good role for him to be able to come in and make pitches out of the bullpen, throw strikes.
Johnson delivers a strike to Manny Ramirez at 0-1.
I'm guessing Manny didn't think that was a strike.
Hang with him. 1 for 2 tonight. RBI double in the 3rd inning. Breaking pitch is in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2.
I always wonder why a hitter would question the first pitch in the bat if it was borderline. What do you think the second pitch is going to be if it's borderline?
Odds are not good if you're the batter. Breaking pitch, got him looking. Down goes Ramirez.
Or the 3rd one?
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Ramirez goes down looking. There's out number 1 to start the 6th inning.
Well, then he dropped a big curveball. It's not where you catch it. Across the plate in the strike zone.
So here's the right fielder, Quinton. He's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center to pop him. Swing and a miss. And see, to me, I think a guy who comes in, throws strikes, whether it's a starter or otherwise, you got a guy on deck, Carlos Quinton. He watches the at-bat of Manny Ramirez. 3 pitches. Thanks for coming. I think that does so much more to the psyche of a hitter than anything else you could do as a pitcher. You just came in there, just threw 3 strikes to a guy that in the past was an all-around, Hall of Fame bound type of player. And what did Quinton do? Swung at a pitch that was just off the plate for a strike.
Boy, if those pitches are out of the strike zone, there's no doubt he would not chase that pitch. Right on the outside corner, he's not going to wait for the umpire to call it a ball or a strike. He was aggressive after it. That's why I think when you look at the bullpen this season for the Angels and what Mike Butcher will talk to these guys before everyone leaves and goes home during the wintertime is the stressing of throwing that first pitch strike from the get-go in spring training.
How it fouled at the plate.
You get so many easy outs, especially when you come out of the bullpen and you could throw that first pitch for a strike. All of a sudden, everyone in that dugout, everyone in the all-deck circle will see that. He goes, wow, this guy's around the strike zone. I don't want to fall behind and have to deal with that curveball that he threw to Manny Ramirez to get him out. Looking. Very good 12-6 break on that curveball.
Quinton reaches for this one, rolls it over to 3rd. Franson's got it. 2 outs.
Another good breaking pitch, another easy out. Off the end of the bat, Franson makes a nice play and throws it across to get the 5-3.
Cotton Candy on its way.
Look at that.
That is solid.
Wow, look at that.
I got it, alligator arms.
I
No
can't
problem.
reach.
No, I got it.
I can't reach.
I got it, alligator arms.
Wally Gator. Oh, look at that. And it's even pink.
There you go,
Oh,
sweetheart.
that's perfect. Oh,
Don't worry about it. Thanks,
little,
man.
Little piece of heaven.
It's cute. Matches your shirt, too.
Oh, definitely. That is perfect.
You better be sucking that thing down the rest of the game. That is the most expensive bag of cotton candy I have ever purchased.
Yep.
Did you want the blue?
No, this
I'm
is fine.
sorry.
No, it's all right.
My bad.
Yeah, nope.
2 out of Castro is in there for a strike.
That is just a fabulous look. And it's not remotely sticky, which I never have any issue with.
That would foul back, and it's
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, yes.
How's it taste?
Oh, exquisite.
You only It's a big league Joey right there. This one picture of you eating cotton candy.
Oh, yeah.
He's going up to the one with Raymond on your lap, mascot of the Tampa Bay Rays. Full count.
Yep. It's very good.
Pacing yourself?
Yeah.
Don't want a sugar rush.
Oh.
Always one of my favorites.
Castro pops it up. Howie Kendrick onto the outfield grass. 1-2-3 inning for Rich Thompson. We're to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh, you got to take a picture of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a memorable moment.
Oh, no question.
White Sox still lead it.
Yummy.
For free help to quit smoking, call 1-800-NO-BUTTS. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 White Sox. Doobie's done a masterful job of just inhaling the cotton candy during the break.
My hands aren't even sticky.
No. Why would they be? Napoli, Rivera, Franzen here against John Danks. Danks, 75 pitches, 46 for strikes. Napoli fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Mike 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a strikeout. Off-speed pitch. Fools Napoli, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Danks with 3 strikeouts, no walks, 1 walk. That was the first inning walk to Borges that eventually led to a run. Napoli chases that one. He'll go down swinging, and there's out number 1.
Oh, that great changeup he has. Ability to be able to throw that cut fastball in and then to be able to throw a changeup off the outside part of the plate. Get a hitter out in front because you got to be aware of that fastball coming in. Then out in front, almost end up swinging with one hand as he's fooled by the speed and location of that pitch.
Danks has retired 6 in a row now since giving up that base hit to Bobby Wilson. Here's Rivera. Takes upstairs. Juan hit by a pitch and a base hit. The single came as a leadoff man of the 4th. Halos had 2 men on in that inning. Just could not capitalize that pitch in. And It's 2 balls, no strikes. Toward the hole, diving stop by Morel, gets up low for it. It's dug out by Konerko. 2 outs.
Well, the White Sox showing some defense in the infield today. Lillibridge making some plays. Ramirez, that great play on Torrey Hunter. Morel making that good play here. On Rivera gets that between the hole of short and third. Able to dive in and make the play. And Konerko's made a couple good picks at first base also. That throw by John Danks against Torrey Hunter too.
Franzen takes inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kevin 0 for 2, a fly to right. A pop-up. Franzen hits one out toward left center field. Pierre's chasing it down. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for John Danks. Halos going down in order. We played 6 here at the Big A. Still, White Sox 5, Angels 2. That's all right. But those guys realize or don't realize the fact that paybacks are a bear. That's twice now they've put us on there, right?
Exactly.
There's still 4 games left in this homestand. Don't cry when we pay you back.
And there's a good chance there will be payback.
Oh, it's a good chance all your furniture over there is stuck to the roof. There might be some stuff on your door handle of your car. This one past Brandon Wood. It's a base hit to left field by Brent Morel, who picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Thompson had himself a 1-2-3 6th inning, including a strikeout. Gives it that leadoff single to Morel. Brings up Brent Lillibridge, the second baseman. Lillibridge tonight has walked and scored. He's popped out. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. White Sox have had some pretty comfortable swings throughout the night tonight. whether it was Kazmir, Palmer, or even Thompson now.
And they feel comfortable getting their arms extended, and that's what you don't want to do if you're a pitcher. Hitters are going to make good contact when they're comfortable at the plate.
Carlos Torres, first man up. Danks has only thrown 83 pitches so far tonight, 51 for strikes. That time of year now with both teams eliminated from postseason contention, where you start to see the kids, what they could do in certain situations. Limit your starters, strike out. The throw down to second is out of time. Brandon thought he had the out, never stayed with the tag. If he had, Morel would have been out. Brandon actually came up as if he was going to flip the ball to Kendrick, thinking they had the out.
Boy, Morel looking back. Well, if he stays with him when he slipped by the base, it's an easy out. Good throw by Bobby Wilson. Looked like he did get him.
Actually did kind of look like he may have gotten him.
Definitely got him.
Yep. I think I misspoke. I said strikeout of Lillibridge. Actually swinging a miss, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. It's 2-2. Nice job by Wilson keeping that ball in front of him.
A better view right here to see if the tag was applied before his foot got in on the base. Sure looked like he got him. Still was the middle infield. You follow through and look where the runner's going to be anyhow.
Hit to the right side, a little bouncing runner, and Lillibridge is retired for the first down. Morel ends up at third base. First out of the books, and that'll bring up Juan Pierre.
Infield's in now with Pierre, a guy that more of a slap hitter. It would be easy for Pierre to get him across here with the infield in. Morel's going to have to get a great jump at third base to get in on the contact play.
Good location with that fastball. It's 0-1. Pierre 0 for 2, had a sac bunt in the third. Fly ball to center his last time up. That ended the fourth. Sacrifice site. Flipped over the head of Wilson. Pierre does not stop running. Squeeze play works. 6-2.
Well, it's a little more difficult for a left-handed batter to be successful on a suicide squeeze, but Pierre's so good as far as getting that bunt down. Thompson trying to be able to flip the ball as it goes into his glove. The only chance you're going to be able to get. Morel with third, flips it high. Not only does the run score, but Pierre never stopped, never hesitated at all. Picked up Harold Baines, first base coach, and they sent him right away to second base. You also have to pay attention now. Pierre at second is the possibility of a stolen base. 60 on the season.
In the books, it goes to the sacrifice fielder's choice for Juan Pierre. Picks up the RBI, his 43rd. Of course, Thompson getting charged with the error, advancing Pierre to second. Ramirez 1 for 3. 2 RBI, base hit, and the run scored. Takes a strike.
When the White Sox taking a page out of the Angels' way of producing a run, a productive out. To the right side advances Morel's third base, and then the suicide squeeze brings him home. You know, Azagian always has admired the way Mike Scioscia has managed ball games. Now he has the type of team now that he can do those things with a lot of speed.
Out in front of the off-speed pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Broken bat flare on the infield. Now he's got it. 2 outs. A good pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Great location, good movement. Pop up in the infield. You see a perfect location. You can't throw a baseball much better than that. Rich Thompson, good velocity on the fastball.
Here's Alex Rios with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. That's Juan Pierre. White Sox with a run here in the 7th inning, up 6-2. Fouled straight back. Rios with a big rip there. 1 for 3 with an RBI double back in the 3rd inning. Breaking pitch fooled him. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 hit toward left center field, hit well. Borges tracking it down, calls off Rivera. That will end the inning, but the White Sox do get a run on 1 hit. There was an error and 1 left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, 6-2 White Sox. Strike. Wilson, Wood, And then Borges here against John Danks. 6-2 White Sox. Bobby lining one down the left field line. This one is a fair ball heading into the corner. Pierre plays the carom nicely. And Bobby's in at second with a leadoff double. About a 3-hit game for Bobby Wilson.
Just felt that was a good matchup for Bobby. He was getting that cutter inside, quick on that fastball on the inside part of the plate. Bobby Wilson, of course, did a nice job at last at bat where he hit that changeup on the outer half to right field for a base hit.
Brando with a sacrifice, bunted a pop-up, so he's 0 for 1. Swings the first pitch and pops it up. Paul Konerko near the bag at first. Makes the catch for the first out. Time now for our Jack in the Box game summary. Scott Kazmir lasted just 3 innings. Actually faced one batter in the 4th inning. Gave up 5 hits and 5 earned runs. The White Sox 4 runs in the 3rd inning to take a 4-2 lead. At that point, the Angels lost 5 straight against the Chicago White Sox.
Had a tough time scoring runs against the White Sox pitchers this year. That's the reason why I see that losing streak. The Angel pitchers have done a nice job against them.
Borges trying to drop a bunt up the first base line, and it's no balls in the strike. You want a churro?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, my stomach feels real good after eating that cotton candy. I'm set.
Jason Bolger's up and loosening. Been a while since we've seen Jason warming up. Borges fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes.
I think it's been since he was in Oakland. Club up in Oakland last time Bolger got in the game.
September the 3rd at the Coliseum. Up and in, almost got him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White Sox with 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 left on base. The Angels 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 5 left on. Bobby Wilson with a leadoff double over at second base with 1 out here in the 7th. Peter with a walk, the ground down to pop up, 0 for 2. Danks faced 7 men in that first inning. You thought for a moment there that big inning in the first couple of frames. Early exit for Danks, but he has turned it around. Borges chops this one towards short. Ramirez has got it. 2 outs.
Well, and Danks is one of those guys too. When he struggles early in the ballgame, if you don't get him and knock him out at that point, he's going to make some adjustments. Because if you have the ability to throw the cut fastball in already and throw the changeup away also in the same sequence of pitches, you're going to be effective, and that's what he's been able to do since withstanding that first inning struggles that he's had throughout the season.
Howie swings the first pitch. It's a fly ball toward left center. Rios is there. And that will end the inning. Leadoff double stranded at second base. We have played 7 here at the Big A. White Sox still out. That is scored 6-2.
Fans, come out to the final Kaiser Family Sunday of the 2010 season tomorrow afternoon, as all kids ages 12 and under will be invited down to the field to run the bases following the game. So bring the whole family out for a fun afternoon at the Big A as your Angels take on the Chicago White Sox. And then stay for the kids' run, the bases post-game. Purchase your tickets at angelsbaseball.com.
I'll give you Artie's number. You can call him. You could be the broadcaster next year. Bob, our friend down in the seats, getting a read done.
What a
Did
job.
you take notes? That was good.
Well, he's play-by-play material.
Well, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. That's not saying much anyways. Top of the 8th inning, White Sox up by the score of 6-2.
Bob, great job.
Nice job, man. You're the man. More cotton candy for you and all your friends. All the trimmings. Konerko takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it is 1-1. Good to see Jason Bolger back out on the mound. It's been a while. We thought for a while that he's probably going to be shut down for the rest of the year. He's had some problems with his shoulder all season long. He's battled through it. A chance to pitch here in the last couple of weeks. Konerko breaks his bat, pulls it foul. This one down the line, now to play.
Well, you got to admire Jason Bolger for battling, getting an opportunity to get back out on the mound after fighting his way back to the big league level and struggling that first game back against the A's up in Oakland. Bottom line is, good fastball he has when he rushes up there, 93, 94. Very good curveball, slider, and a very good changeup also when healthy enough to be able to challenge hitters.
Well, that outing he had on September the 3rd was his first outing since coming off the disabled list on the 1st of September. He's had to deal with a right shoulder strain most of the year. The pitch is inside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Konerko went around on the off-speed pitch. And there is the first out to start this 8th inning.
Very good curveball by Jason Bolger. Well, Konerko's got some pretty good swings throughout these first 2 games of the series. Able to hold back and goes through the zone and gets called out for a swing and miss.
Konerko looking for that fastball on the inside part of the plate to kind of keep us awake over here.
Think so.
Yeah.
He was close.
He was turning and burning.
That's 2 close. So hopefully he'll be done for the night.
There's Manny Ramirez. Takes a fastball down and away. Manny went down looking in the 6th inning. A 1-for-3 night with an RBI double in the 3rd inning. The double, his first as a White Sox. 2nd extra base hit. The RBI, his 2nd as a member of the White Sox organization. Breaking ball is in there, evens the count. Big chunk of change picked up by the White Sox when they put a claim in on Ramirez. At the time, White Sox were still within striking distance of the Minnesota Twins. Takes down low, and it's 2-1. While there's been plenty of coverage on Manny, the results haven't been there at all.
Just haven't been as consistent a threat that they had hoped and envisioned him being in the middle of this lineup. Wayne Williams, the general manager for the White Sox, decided to make that deal. Not a guy that's afraid to pull off a deal at the trade deadline also.
I had a conversation with him last year. He's talking about trading players. He says, my son were in the organization. If he makes my major league team better, the immortal words of Hawk Harrelson,
he's got to go.
He got to go. Love you, but he's got to go. Brandon Wood will retire Manny Ramirez for round number 2 here in the 8th.
And when you consider where the White Sox were at the beginning of the season, struggling, then they got extremely hot, put a lot of pressure on the Twins, overtook them for a while. Then the Tigers, that was a 3-team race. And some key injuries for the Tigers derailed their season. But then the Twins just kept winning. Playing great fundamental baseball, solid bullpen, even without Joe Nathan this entire season. They're a great closer. That bullpen has been outstanding.
Quinton takes a strike on the breaking pitch. Carlos getting to start at right field, 0 for 3. A couple of fly ball outs and a ground out. Pretty good life on that fastball at 93. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's no action in the White Sox bullpen, and why would there be? Dave Banks has thrown 91 pitches with 4 strikeouts. The Angels have Abreu, Hunter, and Napoli due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. One, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jason also a member of the Fiesta Brigade today. Getting a chance to celebrate here on the mound. Quit. Lazy fly ball to shallow left. Brandon Wood, Juan Rivera that falls in there. A 2-out base hit. Juan Rivera was playing very deep in left.
Ball off the end of the bat by Quinton ends up falling in front of Juan Rivera. Looked like he initially took a step back because of that long swing. Ends up falling in front for a base hit. Off the end of the bat. Brandon Wood, no chance to be able to get back out there to left field and be able to catch that fly ball.
So it keeps the inning alive for Ramon Castro, the catcher. Castro 1 for 3, had a home run back in the 4th inning, his 8th of the year. Takes the curveball in for a strike.
Bulger's thrown a pretty good curveball today. Velocity on the fastball looks pretty healthy at this point.
He's falling behind here on Castro, 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1. There's only 2 other games that are ongoing right now. Minnesota and the Tigers in a pitcher's duel, 10-10. That game at the bottom of the 13th. San Francisco leading Colorado at Coors Field, 9-7. That game at the bottom of the 8th.
That's a huge game for Colorado. They cannot afford to lose another game to the Giants. That's what a chance to already win the series if they hold on to this lead right now.
They've been scuffling. How about the American League East? Tampa Bay beating Seattle. The Yankees losing again.
Tampa Bay up by a game and a half now. More than likely both will be in the playoffs.
This one over to Franzen on 2 hops. Easy throw across the diamond. That will end the 8th inning. No runs ahead, 1 left down. We hit to the bottom of the 8th here at the Big A. takes place tomorrow afternoon, as the Angels would like to thank you, the fans, for all your support in 2010. All fans in attendance will automatically be entered to win great prizes from PoolTableExperts.com, Sundance Spas of Orange County, Yokohama, John Levis Comedy Club, Dave & Buster's, Prime Cut, San Diego Zoo, and much, much more. So much you can win tomorrow afternoon, including some cotton candy. Just log on to angelsbaseball.com to get your tickets. Fan Appreciation Day, 12:35 start against the White Sox.
San Diego Zoo also, huh?
Yeah. The John Lovitz Comedy Club. Abreu hits this one sharply with a nice play by Brent Williams. Bobby's retired on one pitch to start this bottom of the eighth. Bobby big tired of falling behind in his at-bats. He was punched out the last two times looking. Now 0 for 4 after hacking at that third pitch. John Danks tonight, 7 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned on just 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. As Torrey steps up, shows bunt, pulls it back. Andrew Jones takes over in right field for Carlos Quinton. The Angels have action in their bullpen once again, as do the White Sox, just in case the Angels get something going here in the eighth.
John Danks well over 200 innings pitched this season now. Into the eighth inning here with 1 out coming into this game. 199 innings pitched. So I think Ozzie will be careful with his young left-hander as far as the innings and pitches keep piling up for him here as the season's about ready to wind down for the White Sox.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I think Torrey hurt his right shoulder on that previous swing. Took a big hack, fouled it back, and kind of hunched over on in the left-handed batter's box. Takes that pitch inside. Draws the walk. Go back a couple of pitches. There's that swing, foul ball back, and all of a sudden drops the right arm back.
Seen him do that a couple times in the past. Torrey's a guy that plays hard every single game and every single inning. Covered a ton of ground when he was playing center field before making that move over to right to save his legs and his body. I had to cover quite as much ground in right field as compared to center.
Walk to Torrey, the second issued by Danks tonight. Napoli stepping in. He takes a strike.
Another base runner, and Danks may be out of the game. If Napoli gets a base hit here, Ozzie may in turn go down to the bullpen.
Mike 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. 1-1. .99 pitches thrown by Danks. Napoli gets jammed here. Fouls it off to the right. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he got in his kitchen earlier in the game with a cut fastball where he shattered his bat.
Chris Sale, the lefty. J.J. Putz, the right-hander. Saw J.J. last night. Down remains with 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Another free agent the White Sox are going to have to think about keeping this upcoming off season.
Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. With the exception of that first inning, Danks really has not been challenged, although the Angels did get a couple of men on in the 4th inning. Not capitalized. Napoli goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. And they're down number 2.
That's that off-speed pitch Danks has been very effective with. What a great changeup. Circle changeup.
Ozzy's coming out. Juan Rivera coming up. Rivera tonight hit by a pitch, a base hit, and a ground out. After Rivera, you have Kevin Franzen, so maybe it's a situation of kind of don't give him anything good to hit, but you got 2 outs and you're up by 4 runs.
Unless he's just trying to get a feel for how strong John Danks feels at this particular point. It's an odd decision for Ozzy to go out and talk to him.
That is, by definition, cruising.
2 innings in a row in which you throw 8 pitches to get 3 outs. That's why strikeouts are overrated at times. When you need that strikeout, it's a good thing to have. But those quick outs gives you an opportunity to get deep in a ball game, and that's when you get those wins. When you pitch that 7th and 8th and 9th inning.
Rivera sharply hit past Morel and into left field. Torrey thought about going to third base. The throw comes into Morel. And it's a base hit for Juan Rivera, his second hit of the game. And the Angels with 2 outs here in the 8th inning have runners at first and second. And Kevin Franzen coming up.
How quick he was on this swing here. And that's much better balance, getting that bad head out quicker, lower part of his body shift and driving that ball through the hole in the left field.
Halos tonight 1 for 10 with men in scoring position. Franzen takes inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kevin 0 for 3. There's a strike, 1-1. Franzen now 0 for his last 24. Trying to get a base knock here, pick up an RBI. Doesn't like that call. He thought that off-speed pitch was down low.
In other words, he's due.
Fouls this one off to the right. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
He has options here. More than likely can come in with an off-speed pitch.
Franzen rolls over this one. Danks has got it. That will end the inning. Halos get 2 men on. Cannot cash him in. 8 complete here at the Big A. White Sox lead at 6-2. Angel fans, come join the Halos as they take on the White Sox tomorrow afternoon. All fans in attendance will receive a free 2010 Angels team photo courtesy of Gillette. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium ticket window. Hear the music in the background. No, it's not a fiesta, although it could be. Still lingering on as Francisco Rodriguez has come on in relief.
_41 game of the season for Francisco. 1-3 mark ERA at 4.47.
He's got 8-9-1 here in the ninth. Morel, Lillibridge, and then Juan Pierre. Morel 2 for 3, couple of singles, a strikeout, stolen base, 2 runs scored. Swings through that one. It's 1-1. Francisco has been a little bit inconsistent of late. Last pitch against the Rangers on the 20th, went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 home run. Speaking of the Rangers, congratulations to Lynn. Clinching the American League West earlier today. Defeating the Oakland Athletics 4-3 the final in that one.
Took some time for them to do that. They had an opportunity to do it about 2-3 weeks ago, it seems to be.
Randy McNeil, Brooklyn Morel has retired for the first down. Well, there's no doubt that the way that they were playing early on, and even after the All-Star break, that they had potential to put things away, but never did so. But they finally got the job done. And kudos to the organization for kind of persevering. Not only that, how about the stars aligning for the Rangers? Cowboys 0-2 on the verge of 0-3. The Texas Longhorns getting thrashed at home by UCLA earlier today. The Texas Rangers, as well they should, owning the state of Texas right now. It is what it is.
Or unless there's still a good high school football game going on down there in Dallas. They love their high school football.
And that's the thing about the identity crisis that franchise has had. That once it always seemed practice started for the Cowboys, it didn't matter what the Rangers were doing. It was all Cowboys. Here trying to bunt, rolls it foul at the third base line. It's 0-1.
I think when you look at the Rangers right now, because now they have stability and ownership, they're going to be a force. It'll be fun to watch the Angels compete with them next season. They're going to be a good team. And they had some guys that were healthy this year, including Vladimir Guerrero, who stayed healthy the entire season.
Pierre gets jammed here and hits a base hit to right field. Pierre picks up his first hit of the game. 2 outs here in the ninth inning. Man on for Alexei Ramirez.
Josh Hamilton put up some MVP numbers. That's going to be quite interesting to see how that turns out in the end.
I haven't read anything further as to when he's due back, but I did watch some of that celebration. They had it here. Actually, MLB Network had it on, and they were piping it through. Still giving very timid hugs in that celebration, obviously with the rib injuries. Doesn't look like a guy who's going to be swinging the bat anytime soon, in a game anyways.
If he's not healthy for the Rangers, they're going to have a tough time no matter who they play. They're still a potent offense, but they're a completely different team with Hamilton in that lineup.
When would he have to be back for you?
He's got to at least get in some swings Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Take at least another four more games off, and by the weekend next, well, they start probably Wednesday after the season ends. I think, you could take all the batting practice you want, but it's all about timing. If you're a hitter, if you don't get live pitching, and now with every minor league season being done, it'd be difficult for them to get any of that. So he's going to have to find a way to get healthy enough to get some swings in that last 3 games of the year.
Ramirez, it's a little lazy fly ball to right. Howie Kendrick going out. He will make the running catch That will end the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. J.J. Putz is coming on to face 8-9-1 with the Angels down 6-2. Peter Borges. Those are the scheduled three batters to face right-handed fireballer J.J. Putz coming on for the second consecutive night.
Boy, proven he's healthy this season, at least arm-wise. 58th game, 7-5 record with a great ERA at 2.92. Very good fastball. He can sink the fastball 93, but also has a four-seam fastball that he rushes up there at 97. Curveball, slider, and a split-finger fastball to add.
Oh, the right-hander on the mound. It looks like Mike's going to the bullpen, or to the dugout, I should say. Get Hank Conger. The White Sox going to the bullpen. Conger pinch hit for Bobby Wilson. Had 3-hit game, 2 singles and a double. Putz last night went 1 inning, pitching the 7th, and striking out a man. He falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes.
They need some base runners, so you're going to take a pitch right now. Down by 4 runs. Please take 1 pitch. Make him throw strikes.
Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Putz kind of had a long look into home plate. Hideki Matsui will come on to pinch hit for Brandon Wood. That's a 4-pitch walk. Leadoff man is on board.
That might be the key.
You think so?
Yep.
The rally dude on your shoulders?
I think so.
Ozzie Guillen is coming out with a 4-run lead. And it looks like perhaps Matt Thornton is coming in, and sure enough, J.J. Putz goes 1 batter and walks him. Nope, it's not Matt Thornton. It's Sale. Got to see what you got in the youngsters. We've got a pitching change here in the 9th inning. With nobody out and a man on at first base. Halos down by 4 runs. The Wizard of Oz making a change. Takes over here at a Florida Gulf Coast University to face Hideki Matsui.
Boy, his 19th game ERA at 1.47. Goes 93 to 99 miles an hour. Slider, changeup. You can definitely say he's tall and lean.
Yeah, he might be on a nutrition program in the offseason just to add some muscle mass. He is a very, very slender gentleman.
Very deceptive arm angle he throws that also. Must be a challenge for Matsui from the left side.
Matsui takes a strike.
Well, if you're a left-handed batter, to be able to stay in and not open up and bail out on that fastball at 98, it's going to be difficult.
Godspeed.
Yes. Especially when you throw that hard.
0-2, and it doesn't look like it's over the top either.
Well, he's throwing across his body, 3/4 arm action, and you're a left-handed batter trying to stay in there and drive the ball the other way.
Matsui takes upstairs, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of reminds me of a left-handed Mike McDougal.
Well, remember, he did have a different arm angle from the right side, McDougal did. But you see how he has not only is the arm angle, it's that stiff front leg, throws out, he hides the baseball exceptionally well.
Matsui grounds one over to short. Ramirez feeds Lillibridge. It's a double play. So just like that, there are 2 outs with nobody on base, and Peter Bourjos coming up.
Well, Matsui going with that pitch in the outer half, hits the ball right at Ramirez at shortstop. They're able to get 6-4-3 double play. Nice turn by Lillibridge at second. Now, if you're a right-handed batter, you have a better chance of seeing the baseball a little longer, but at it's 99, you don't have much time to see it anyhow. But when you sling in from that left angle for a right-handed batter, you can see it just a fraction longer.
Breaking ball is in there, and it's 0 balls, 2 strikes. Bourjos pops it up. This one will slice into the seats. The count remains at 0-2.
When you look at the White Sox, and they have struggled out of their bullpen of late with Bobby Jenks being hurt. But when you have 2 left-handers that throw this hard to Thornton and then Sale, they're set up pretty good for the future.
Bourjos swings and misses, and the White Sox have taken the first 2 of this 3-game series against the Angels tonight, 6-2.
I think what it came down to is John Danks made that adjustment after the first inning and just shut him down through a lot of strikes. That cut fastball, changeup, and then of course the offense. The White Sox, a good approach against Scott Kazmir, scored 4 in the third, and they never let up.
Well, again, the final. White Sox win at 6-2. John Danks the winner. Scott Kazmir the loser. Be sure to stick around for a complete wrap-up of today's game as Angels Live